What's going on, y'all? I'm Joshua Wiley, and we're gonna keep our foot on their necks. We're gonna keep our foot on their necks. And I'm doing this for the kids, the teens, and everybody who lost their life, was injured, hurt at this festival. Uh, because it's bigger than Travis. It's bigger than Travis Scott and the Jenners and all of that. It's bigger. But let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna get right into it, y'all. But oh yeah. But before I want to say, look, when you're going down these rabbit holes and we dealing with the things, all this demonic stuff, makes it can be overwhelming and it can flood you. You know, the devil's tricky. He don't care. You don't have to worship him. He don't care as long as he on your mind. Sometimes, and when I started going down these rabbit holes and learning the history and the science behind paganism, Satanism, Luciferianism, all of these things, I would spend so many hours doing it, and it can consume you. It can consume you, and that negative energy can come in you. So make sure you do a brain flush every day. Don't focus on it too much. And like when I say brain flush, make sure at the focusing and studying on this demonic garbage and seeing all this stuff that's going on, make sure you do something that makes you feel good. Like I stay outside. If y'all see I'm outside, my kids will tell I stay outside. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm building my daughter a flower bed in the garden. So that's what I'm gonna do here in a little bit. That's gonna be my brain flush. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some music, clear my mind, feel good. But anyway, let's get right to it. Look, this right here is going to be about, there were several ceremonies that was performed, and the more I'm watching and learning and seeing it, the more it's easy and evident. So let's get right to it. Okay, Travis is known for his concerts, how they are, things of that nature. We all know that, right? Nothing new. But here's the question, here's the reason why I said that. Why would you have your pregnant wife, who's 6 months pregnant, she's 6 months pregnant, out in the crowd? Now, when TMZ usually, like I said, I've been to many shows, and usually you'll see the artists usually have their spouses or girlfriends or whatever backstage chilling, off in a trailer somewhere, in a room, some other place, things of that nature. And when I saw the video that TMZ had up of Kylie out in the crowd, kind of raised up above the people where they really couldn't get to her and had security, but she's out in the middle of everything. Again, that goes to show, if she's out in the middle of everything, she saw she saw some stuff too, and it's like, okay, she can't secure. Tell my husband things crazy is going on. Da da da. So that again is to go to dispel the, when they say, oh, he didn't know. Really, his wife is out in the audience. His pregnant wife. But I don't want to lose my point. Y'all know I get to talking and lose my point. But why was she there? And not only, okay, I can see her. Let's say, okay, I can see her being there. Want to support her husband, big show, big stars. Want to hang out with the rest, friends with all the rest of them. You know what I mean? But why be out in the middle when you know your husband, or not husband, but Travis? He's a rager, and they be raging, and y'all seen. Why would you have your wife in the middle of a raging crowd, unless she was there for a ceremony? The ceremony, y'all, the ceremony is it's old as history, and I'm gonna show the history and science and how old it is. I'm gonna call it, this is my nickname for it. It's called the Christmas tree. And I'm saying it so you to be able to understand it, making it edible for you. I call it the Christmas tree ritual. It's a pagan Christmas tree ceremony. And what I mean is, all right, now Christmas trees, the way they are set up in paganism. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. Please don't dwell on that. I'm gonna show the science behind the actual Christmas tree in paganism, right? But the Christmas tree in paganism used to be Christmas used to be outlawed and banned throughout Europe because of the sacrifices, the nonsense that used to go on for days. Like the whole ceremony used to go through days, through the winter solstice, and it was actually became a festival and a ceremony that was banned. Throughout Europe, and it didn't become back popular until the 1800s. Y'all know the motto. Got to bring it back out. The truth loves investigation. Don't believe what nobody tells you. Google, search for yourself. It didn't become back popular until the 1800s here in America, when some people was like, yo, let's start redoing Christmas, da da da. But anyway, I said that to say it has always been, is never like it is now. Polarized like it is now. It was never like that throughout history. Never. So the thing is, you have a Christmas tree. and the star, usually you either put a star or angel at the top of the tree. What's another name that we give celebrities? Stars. Stars. And then, you decorate the tree. They put all the stuff on the tree, but the gifts go up under. Sacrificial gifts. Now let me stay right here real quick, because you got to understand this is key. When think about Christmas, how many parents make sacrifices? Not even parents, just people, period, to buy gifts. You make that sacrifice, you save. I know people who go broke. I don't. I give to my kids all year round, and they know about the day and things of that nature. But people sacrifice time, effort, whatever, for these gifts. And that's almost an analogy of the literal human sacrifices that used to be given up under the tree. And the Holy Spirit just told me to tell y'all this way. How many of y'all seen Apocalypto? A lot of us have seen Apocalypto. What I'm talking about, look, this is actually, and I see why the Holy Spirit just told me to say it. Remember the scene when it was sad, but his brother, they were all up on the pyramid getting sacrificed. And you saw the royalty on the side. Stay with me, visualize this. You saw the royalty on the side. Now, the royalty is raised up above the people. Stay with me. The royalty is raised up above the people, and these sacrifices was being made for them. They were killing the Mayans, and remember, they killed his brother, and it was right before the solstice, right? So they're doing all these sacrifices in front of the royalty. Now take that analogy, and now we have Kylie, who's raised up, who's out amongst the people, out amongst these ragers, pregnant, but she's raised up, elevated above the people, right? Look at this tree. See how you got the stem right here? So the people are right here. Kylie and them are the leaves and the branches. Remember, the star sits on top of the tree. The star is on top, and the gifts, the sacrificial gifts, are made or placed up under them. Where were the people dying at up under Kylie? I kind of answered their own question. While she's raised up, and these kids, children, and people are dying and being killed and dying up under her. This was I call it the pagan tree. This was a ceremony. This was the gifts for his baby and Kylie. Those deaths, like go back to Apocalypto. You had the royalty rate. You had all the people was below. The people were below the royalty. The royalty was raised up, and then the human sacrifices were being made for the royalty. This was a sick ceremony for Kylie and the baby and the mom. And this is why I say, this is how you know. I didn't know that the mom, Chris, was actually throwing a birthday party at the same time, right? Look, now where would the safer place to be? Where would the safer place to be? With mom. When you think, now think about it. When you think about it, she's not starstruck. Kylie's a star herself. Doesn't see, so it ain't like I gotta go be with Drake. Oh, no, she not starstruck. So why would it be that big of a deal to be there? You a 6 month, and I keep stressing that because I got 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? I keep stressing it. I used to be so worried about my wife doing anything like, stop, hold on, what you doing? Because she fall on the baby, anything. She could trip, fall. I used to be thinking crazy stuff like, But so imagine that, right? You telling, and this is, we talking about, come on, common sense. I'm speaking fast, I don't want my phone to run out on me. I'm gonna get another phone, y'all. My kids gonna be like, yay, anyway, they know that tight. But anyway, so imagine let's be real. Travis Scott is known for his wild concerts, and you gonna have your pregnant 6-month wife in the middle of the ragers when her mom, and it's her mom's birthday, and she's throwing a birthday bash somewhere else, and you're not there. You think it's safer for you to be with your husband? Why? It was because of the ceremony. Those poor lives, y'all, was taken for the child. I call it the pagan. Let's put some history and some facts behind it. I want to put some, because I don't want to keep just regurgitating the same thing, right? I don't want to just keep regurgitating the same thing. I'm going to show y'all how old this ceremony is. Yeah, they woke me up. Like I said, I wasn't going to teach. I was really just going to focus on my music. But I'm getting tired of all this evilness. Like I said, it destroyed me, my mama, my family. I'm sick of it. And anything I can do to help, if I got to expose them, let's go. Let's go. But anyway, I'm gonna sit my word in this bush right here. It's okay. It's okay. It's leather bound. Y'all know my good old book. It ain't gonna hurt it none. Sitting in these bushes ain't gonna hurt it. But God warned us. God warned us of this ceremony thousands of years ago. Almost 4,000, almost 5,000 years ago. If you got a Bible, go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 7. No, chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10. Now check, because I told you, Christmas was actually banned in Europe. Some people think all of this stuff is fresh. No, this stuff has been for ages. Paganism, occultism, Satanism, they've been doing these ceremonies and things for ages. But anyway, Jeremiah chapter 10 says, Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Talking about astrology, but I'm not going to go there. We're not going to go there. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. What do they cut out the forest? A tree. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. Now, hold on. I always stress this. You're not going to see that word deck, D-E-C-K, in the Bible too many places. And it's synonymous with what? Christmas. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, I went there real quick. But just to get y'all, so deck the halls with boughs of holly. And what we hear here, God says, they take a tree out of the wood, then they decorate it. They deck it with silver and gold. Don't we put silver and gold lining around the tree? Come on, y'all, stay with me. Let's not be blind here. Let's not lie to ourselves. All right? They deck it with silver and gold. I'm in verse 4, chapter 10, Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 4. They deck it with silver and gold. Uh-oh, felt like a bug on my arm. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. I remember when I was young and my mom used to celebrate, we used to celebrate Christmas when we did put up the tree and stuff. I remember we had that old school big thing with the fastener, and you had to, almost like you working out when you tightening that thing so the tree stays straight up, if you know what I'm talking about. You stick the tree in the middle and it has the little metal things on each side. Tell me that don't sound like it. Let me read it again. He says, they fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree. He's talking about, now check this out. Check out how this all goes into play. He's talking about, not only is he talking about the ceremony of them the old Christmas tree. This is where it's been around for thousands of years. Not only is he talking about the ceremony, but he's talking about idol worship and how they would go in the woods, also take trees and carve them and make idols and worship them. That's why in verse, look, the way I got to hold my Bible. That's why in verse 5 it says, they must needs be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. God is basically saying, that's a piece of wood, nigga. God basically saying, look, that's a piece of wood. Don't be scared because you see some wood cut up and it looked like a man sculpted and they praying to it. He said, no, don't worry, that's a piece of wood. He said that wood, that's why he said it must need be born. He's saying it's not even alive. It can't do no evil. It can't do no good. It's nothing. So what am I saying? We're dealing with idol worship. Kylie, he's talking about now why would God put idol worship dealing with that Christmas tree? Because the sacrifices, people used to literally, when you go back in Leviticus, and I believe it's Leviticus 18, when he says, do not let your kids pass through the fire, when dealing with Molech and the owl. Look, because people used to look up to these people so much, like we do these stars, that they used to sacrifice their kids knowingly to these people. Yes, I'm going to give you my leak because I love you. You know, because they worship these people. And that's what God was saying here. And so now, back then, the people used to, check this out. Back then, the people used to willingly sacrifice themselves and people during this ceremony. Now, they have to do it strategically. Beloved, that was not a coincidence that Kylie and the baby was there in the middle of the crowd, raised up above the people. And some people say, of course, raised up so no people could get to it. Me too, I can see that, But did you see them jumping up on the ambulances and stuff? What? Are you serious? You're gonna have, and you know that you are known for getting buck wild. Let's go, Rage Rail. You ain't gonna do, you know how your shows be, and you gonna have your pregnant wife out there? No, beloved. This was that Christmas tree, what I call the Christmas tree ceremony, where the lives are sacrificed for the mother and her child. These so-called royalties, they want their sacrifices in blood. They think the lives, each soul, is to give that child power when the child comes. That's the scene from Apocalypto. Because remember how the priests and the royalty looked? They had all that paint sitting over there looking all crazy. I love Mel Gibson is my favorite movie director. Like real spit. But that's why Hollywood bans him, because he started exposing all this garbage. But that's a whole nother video. And I'm gonna do another video today on the 666. There's so many, another subscriber on the last video, the video I just did before this one, where I talk about the 6 correlation. One of the subscribers in the comments go, look, she brought up a good point. There was another 6. Kylie is also the 6th child. So in the next video, I'm gonna do all the 6s. I'm gonna go through all the 6s. How Kris Jenner, 66. That's 2 6s, 6 6. On the 6th day, Kylie was 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. The baby's 6 months old, and now she's the 6th child. She's the 6th child. That's 6 6s. What? That's 6 6s. And then when you look at Travis Scott's new video, he's up on got 6 Dobermans around him on this hilltop, the ceremonial hilltop, and then he has 6 security in black. They knew all of this repercussion was coming, y'all. They knew it. They already planned on it. Things of that nature. Even if he got to do jail time, they're already prepared for all of this. Y'all don't get it. There was no other time in history that look how the Holy Spirit worked. Hold on. Verse dealing with the Christmas ceremony. Oh, that's how God works. I skipped over it. Go back to Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 says, the Lord says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. He's talking about how the stars align and how people, he's saying back then they seriously lived their life by the signs of the stars and things of that nature. Look, that goes to everything when I was and he's talking about the signs of the heaven with dealing with the Christmas tree ceremony. And like I said, that's the only time in their life that they knew that it would be aligned like that on the 6th day, that the unborn child will be 6 months. Kylie is 6. Kris is 6 on the 6th day. And she's the 6th child. That alignment would never happen again in their lifetime. So you know they looked at it as that once like a super high ceremonial Christmas. And is it ironic? Is it ironic, or is it just a coincidence that while God is warning us about this Christmas tree and pagan ritual that was 4,000, almost 5,000 years old, while he's warning us about it, he's also talking about the signs of the heavens. Why? Because that is how they align the ritual. They do this ritual, they align it with the signs. That is not a coincidence, beloved. Let's keep our foot on their neck. And, oh yeah, and they banning me. Look, I got once when I exposed, I didn't expose it. Well, a lot of people did, but when the video I did about DMX and Lil Nas X, how he was sacrificed for Lil Nas X because they had to get DMX out of the way. They don't want that real masculine energy in hip hop. Once that video reached 68,000 or 72,000, it stopped. It completely stopped. My YouTube videos, I'm talking about the views stop. Look at my last video, the one I just did, talking about the 666s at the Travis Scott, and read the comments. A couple of my, like Richard Baptiste, and I want to say her name or his name is Son of God. Her name is Son of God for her, or Child of God on her YouTube. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but she said it too. They're not getting my notifications. People try to comment, is not letting them comment on my videos. I'm restricted on Facebook for no reason. I made a post. I forgot. I made some posts on Facebook. I've been restricted 4 different times in the past month just for making regular posts on Facebook. And they'll block me from where I can't tag nobody or post for days. And you know Google and Facebook, all of them are together with YouTube. Like I say, my page has never been monetized. You know what I'm saying? Right here on YouTube, I've never been monetized. They know they can't get me with the money. Like I said, I got over 500 some videos, several millions of views, and I'm still not monetized. Like I said, I do this out of love, y'all. That's why I was a little hurt when people just come firing a gun and pointing a finger at me because I fall. You know what I'm saying? I'm human like everybody else, but I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, with the Lord, but I ain't got to explain my walk. That's between me and God. Look, I'm just here to do his work and share what I know. And it's no coincidence, beloved, that here, even God, when he's discussing the ritual, he's talking about how there's signs in the heaven, how that's what they dictate the ritual by. And the signs of the heaven of that night was, which people, you know, some people are waking up. Go to Call for Uprising, Ike and Mel, these are YouTubers. Ike and Mel showed me a lot of love, and I was able to call in on his show yesterday to talk about the ritual, the 666s and things, and he gave me a little extra time, even though some people in the chat were like, get this guy off, but that's to be expected. And so respect to Ike and Mel, man, much love, brother. And like I say, Call for Uprising, these brothers are doing great work. But like I say, they didn't want to, you got to put all the sixes and how it aligned on that one day with the stars to do this ceremony for that child and Kylie and the mom, y'all. Why wouldn't Kylie be at the birthday bash where she's safe away from the ragers? Nah, why have her out in the crowd? She had to be raised up above the people for the sacrifices and the ceremonies. That's why he didn't stop. And that's why he was like, yeah. When he saw that body, he couldn't even help but to say, yeah. Because he knew that was, in his mind, he just made his child is going to supposedly get stronger and all that garbage foolishness that Satan feeds them, it makes them all this power, but they never get it. It's all this self-deception. We all self-deceive ourselves at times, all the time. All of us do. But beloved, like I say, hit the like button, please. Share this. The algorithm. I'm not in the algorithm. Like I say, ever since when I exposed the DMX and Lil Nas X, all my videos, it's like I took out the algorithm. Once I really hit 72,000. The next thing I know, they started subtracting the numbers. I'd be like, man, but you can delete views? I'm like, what is how you delete views? And so once that DMX video went to 68,000, it was like, we shutting Josh back down. You know what I mean? And honestly, so please share, hit the like. Let's try to get this video past the algorithm, y'all. And let's keep our foot on their neck. Like I said, I wasn't even gonna teach. I was happy just doing my music, focusing on my family, things of that nature. But I can't sit back and watch, and I know these things as I see these things. Nah, like I say, I'm anything I can do to help out our Father and each other, y'all. You know, time is short. We're at the last days, y'all. Whether we want to believe it or not, whether we want to see it or not, today evil is good and good is evil. You know what I'm saying? Evil is good and good is evil. Y'all take a look at your personal life. Self-examine yourself. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, me personally, I'd rather gamble on heaven. I want to gamble on heaven. I've never been happy here. Nothing here is worth staying. Nothing here is worth, and I'm not just saying that because I grew up in a dope house, really didn't have a family. Me and my mom is my closest friend today, and I love my mom. She showed me as a soldier. She showed me I saw her walk in life to where she's a beautiful Christian, strong Christian. She's been through the mud, and she's shining, but I'd rather gamble on heaven. Like I tell my kids, let me just say it like this. Satan begged Christ to get back in heaven. And Christ knew he wasn't sorry for what he did. He just missed heaven. And I say, can you imagine? I don't think our minds can imagine how heaven really is and how life really is. But all this pain, suffering, evil. No, I'd rather gamble on heaven, y'all. Let's keep our foot on their necks. You know, keep exposing the truth. Please share. It was a Christmas pagan tree. I call it a pagan Christmas ritual for the child. That's what these people do. Satanism is they sacrifice like they look. Holy Spirit said me say it this way. Satan mimics God in every way. He mimics God in every way. The blood of Christ saves Christians, right? We always say there's power in the blood. Satanism believes the same thing, that there's power in the blood. Because there really is power in the blood. You can use it for good or bad. Let's keep our foot on the neck, keep exposing them. Again, my sympathies and my heart goes out. My heart goes out to the families and everybody who was affected by this. You know, let's wake up, y'all. Let's share the truth. Y'all have a good one.